What is going on, everyone? My name is Joseph Reynolds, and today joining me is a big UK prospect on the regional scene, Mr. Shay Ingram, ahead of your next fight on FCC. How are you feeling for that fight, buddy?
Very good. Very good, thank you. Training's going well. 3 weeks tomorrow. So I can't wait. I can't wait to get back in there.
Yeah, and as well, this will be sort of your first fight this year. There were meant to be the Aaron Givens fight, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But to have the sort of the gap between your last fight into this fight, how big of a difference do you feel as though people are going to see when you do get inside the cage this time round?
10 times different. I think everything is just got so much better from me. My grappling, my striking. I'm at a new weight class now. Bigger, stronger, fitter, healthier. That's the main reason. Be healthier. I'll be able to fight more often also.
Yeah, and to be able to sort of make that move in weight class, was it sort of the last fight you knew that that was going to be your last one in that division, or was this something that you'd spoke with about your team and just turned out to be the right decision at the time of making it?
I think it was just the right decision to go up. So I'll get more active. I think 66 will be a venture at the professional ranks because it was a big cut. I was doing a big cut down to 66, and I don't think it was healthy for me. Anything doing me any good really.
Yeah, and as well, sort of taking a look at this fight, obviously it's for a belt as well against Christian Soda. So to instantly move up, have a good opponent, and it be for a belt and a big promotion in the UK scene as well. What does this fight sort of mean to you, and what are you looking to sort of demonstrate when you do get back inside the cage?
It means a lot. It means a lot getting my second time. Well, no, my fourth time at 70, as I had three fights to start my career at 70 for a bout on FCC, a big promotion. It'll mean a lot to me. I'm looking to just show off all my skills in there, really. Everyone's seen the wrestling. Everyone knows I'm a grappler. I can get in there, take people down, submit people. But I want to show everything this fight, including my striking, including my level of wrestling and grappling.
Yeah, and as well, sort of looking at the people that have held these FCC titles as well and what they've gone on to do. So to have a chance to hold it yourself as well as other titles that you've won in the past during an amateur, what does that sort of mean to be able to hold these belts and be in the same category as all these people that have gone on to do great things?
It'll mean a lot because, as you say, all these people have gone on to do great things. So it'd be a good look for me in my amateur career, building me up to my professional career. So it'll just propel me forward, really.
Yeah, and then in terms of sort of looking at your opponent for this fight and what you feel as though he brings, if you've been able to take a look in, what do you sort of see this fight playing out, and how do you sort of plan to have the fight play out if you could?
He's a solid grappler. His striking's good. I think his grappling's his strong point. So I think we're going to see a good grappling exchange, really good scrambles, standing and on the floor. So I think that's how it's going to play out. I can't really see a way anywhere else it's going to go, really. I don't think anyone else does either. You're going to see some good grappling going on between solid opponents.
100%. And as well, obviously, he's had quite the active year. Do you feel as though that almost plays into your advantage a little bit? Obviously, you can look at his last fights that he's had this year, whereas your last one was quite some time ago, and the differences that you'll have made in that time as well. Do you feel as though the fight that he's preparing for in this fight is different to what he'll have seen in the past watching fight footage of yourself, or how do you sort of view this fight in terms of that side?
I think if they watch the recent fights, then 100%. I was depleted in there. I didn't feel my best, so I was relying on heavy grappling, keeping people down, not being very active with my guard passing or striking on the floor. I think I was going to be a lot more active this fight. And I think it's good that he's been active. That's how I want to be. I want to be fighting 4 or 5 times a year, getting competition in there. I think it's good for him.
Yeah, and then as well, taking a look at your own amateur career, you've always been seen as one of those guys sort of at the top of the divisions that you've competed in, and you've always had those eyes on you. So to have had that for such a long time and still keep succeeding, what would you say you put that down to in your amateur career to see the successes that you had so far?
Just hard work. I'm always in the gym. I always come early. I always get the rounds in, get the reps in. Even out of the gym, I'm running. I'm doing weights, just improving, trying to improve everywhere. Really, I don't think there's really a day where I'm not training. I don't really have a rest day, so just being in the gym and out of the gym, doing what you can. Really, that's what I put it down to.
Yeah, and then training with Team Renegade as well. Obviously, we already know all the names that are in there, but to have those training partners and to be around them constantly, seeing what they're doing, how is that sort of to have as a fighter, as a motivator to see all the things that they're doing and seeing just how active of a gym it is when it comes to competing as well?
Oh, it's amazing. I don't think there's anything better than having a gym with great fighters who are active. Everyone's active in there. I've been there since I was like 13, 14 now. In there with the best guys like Jai Herbert, Aiden Lee, just getting the rounds. And I think it's amazing.
Yeah, and when you are able to pick the heads of those sort of fighters and learn from their experiences, do you feel as though it's sort of almost propelled you in a sense in terms of understanding the sport and getting to hear about their experiences that they've had? And do you feel as though that has played a big sort of role in your career so far as an amateur?
100%. That it's very good. What's the word? It's good. Like they give me good experience. Really, they tell me wisdom. That's the word I'm looking for. Give me good wisdom. Like they tell me how they did it, how they've got to where they are, and they're at the top, like the very top UFC places like that. So I think it's good that I sit there, I pick their brains, listen to them, see what they have to say, and I do what they say. Really.
Yeah, and then obviously in terms of sort of looking at this fight, with a win here, it puts you as a champion. There's another show in December. Is the goal to get another fight in this year after this one, or do you sort of just want to see what happens with this fight and then take it from there?
100%. I want at least two more this year. Win or lose. Well, I'm not thinking about losing, but you know what I mean. I want two more. I want two more this year. Finish off with 3 fights this year. I haven't done that since my first year, really, because I had COVID. What stopped me as soon as I started going, really, and that was when I was at 70 as well. I didn't come out the first round, so hopefully that's how this fight goes. But two more, definitely two more.
Yeah, and to sort of have had to deal with sort of the COVID times as well, and then all those different things. What sort of an effect did they sort of play in the amateur career with obviously a long period of time where there weren't really a place for fighters to be able to fight? So how was that countering that in? And then these cats, how have you sort of dealt with them and still being able to sort of be at the level that you have shown that you're at already?
Just trying to keep improving. I'm in the gym, trying to get to the gym whenever I can. When I'm in the gym, I'm there from start to finish. Coming home, running, doing my weights, doing everything like that. Just being consistent. I put it down to consistency, really. Just every day. This is my life, really. It's all I do. So that's what I put it down to.
Yeah, and obviously, you're no stranger to these 5 round fights. Eve, obviously, I believe the last fight was a round 5 finish as well. So to know that you've got that experience to go in the distance, you know you are able to do it. And this time at 70 kilo as well, where I'm sure you'll feel much better inside the cage. Does that sort of play into your hands a little bit, knowing that you are comfortable going those 5 rounds if it needs to be? Or is the 5 rounds not even something you're thinking about? You want to get that finish in there?
Of course, I think about the 5 rounds, but if you ask any fighter, we're not going in there to win a decision. Everyone wants to get a finish. So that's what my head's on. That's what his head's on. So that's what we're going to go there and try to do.
100%. And then just one of the last few things for myself is obviously with this fight, it's been some time since we've seen you in the cage, but what is it that people can expect to see come fight night when Shay Ingram finally returns to MMA?
A perfect performance. That's what I'm going there to put on. My best performance yet. And it will be my best performance yet. I'm going to show off all my skills in there.
100%. Well, that is everything from myself. If you'd like to take a chance to chat to your sponsors, things like that, obviously just feel free to go ahead, buddy.
My sponsors, my gym, Renegade, my new nutritionist, the combat dietitian, my SSC coach, Jordan Pocket, my boxing coach, and also CoreFit UK. I do my classes down there and I do my Thai boxing there.
100%. Well, that is everything from me. Really appreciate your time today. Obviously, FCC 35, Shay Ingram, never a name you can miss, regardless of what show is on. Really appreciate your time today. Thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.